We need a cake party! Hope you've been saving up some money because we got a lot of new stuff to redecorate with. Now I know what you're thinking, but I have no more room. Well, head on over to City Hall for the new Grand Harvest House, which is twice as long as the Harvest House and sports a lovely mezzanine, as well as that lovely porch you've always wanted. Whilst you can't currently add any rooms to the second floor, it's something that players can look forward to as the team is hard at work on it. But before you leave City Hall, make sure you pick up those new building blocks. That's right, you can now crank 90s in Palia. Or for those of you who are more creative, you'll have a bit more freedom to create the house of your dreams. The current options might be a bit limiting, however, there will be more styles of blocks in the future. Creativity's headed down the right path, and speaking of, Badru now has 6 new path types to make your plot that more unique. And of course, no house would be complete without that white picket fence, which you'll be able to purchase over at Tish's shop. But as most of you know by now, that's not all. Plushie enthusiasts rejoice as the Muujin now drops plushies of their types. Good luck. Now all that's left is for Choppas to drop plushies to complete the sets. Oh, but we're not done. If you're a bug-catching enjoyer like myself, then you're in for a treat. The Garden Ladybug, Lunar Fairy Moth, Proud Horned Beetle, and Lantern Bug now drop plushies of their own. Also, be sure to check your inbox for a special little guy. And last but not least, you can now fill those empty bookshelves with actual books. That's right, Calorie's finally softening her ironclad grip on those beautiful literary works. Unfortunately, these books are just for show, as they can't actually be read, but one can dream. Gina, Hekla, and Einar now have level 5 friendship quests, which progress their stories forward. As with all NPCs, the level 5 quests grant you an exclusive Decor reward. A lot of us players have been missing the great HOTPOT minigame, and Zeki saw an opportunity to lure in some potential suckers. So the HOTPOT is back, baby! Check out the Underground in its usual time and play some games for some money. Now onto the more technical side of things, cause a lot has changed. Drop chances for Decor and plushies from Zeki's machine have increased. Rummage piles will no longer drop trash, yes! Muujin no longer reset their health after escaping. Thank the gods. Chat can now be displayed above the player as a chat bubble. This works for all channels and can be tweaked in the settings menu. Party members will now share loot when near each other, even if they did not participate in the activity, as well as receiving the same loot, including plushie drops. The economy is booming. The gold and renown cap have been increased substantially. The gold earned from gathering skills has been rebalanced to better suit playstyle, and sell values for most uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary items have been adjusted, with a majority being increased. That said, Starstone sell values have been reduced in order to balance all skills in terms of earning potential. Amber will now have a chance to drop from normal trees. Each tree has their own type of amber, but they all sell for 350 gold. This also applies to trees on your home plot. Flow trees now drop more wood, which will scale better based on the size of the tree. Now, if you thought all that sounded great, it gets even better. Over half of all Decor and crafter recipes have been adjusted to cost less materials. Not only that, but the time it takes to craft silver and gold bars has been reduced from hours to mere minutes. The material cost and time for building housing add-ons has also been reduced significantly, with the longest wait time being 1 hour and 36 minutes for the Grand Harvest House. Apples and blueberries now give harvest boosts instead of speedy grow, which ties into the changes to worm farms and fertilizers. Both worm farms will produce harvest boost fertilizer by default unless given foods classified as sweet or desserts, in which case they will produce quality up fertilizer. Speedy Grow will now only be available for gardening metals at the guild store. And plenty of changes have been made for newer players as well. A few quests have had their gold and renown rewards increased. The amount of gold in both Kilima and Bahari Bay treasure chests have been increased. The cost for the copper storage upgrade has been reduced to 10k. Players will receive free building add-ons for leveling up furniture making from levels 2 to 8, which will apply retroactively, so you've got mail. The price for gardening plots has been reduced. And finally, players will receive free seeds for leveling up gardening from levels 2 to 10. This, however, does not apply retroactively. Now on to the premium store. The team has heard your cries for more pets, and you've got them. Introducing the Flutterfox pet, which brings 5 different variants to choose from. Palia now also has tool skins, starting off with 3 sets, with more to come in the future. Each set has a skin for each tool, and you can mix and match them if you unlock multiple sets. 3 new outfit bundles have been added: the Femme Fatale bundle, the Sakura bundle, and the Pal Cat Pal bundle. We've also gotten a new Pal Cat glider. And as of the 11th, we got 2 more bundles: the Spice Supplier bundle and the Butterflyer bundle. On to the bug fixes. Fixed some cases where players got stuck while cooking. Switch players should no longer have issues near Tamala's house. Flowers should no longer have a collision box. The flower crown from the Folk Flowers outfit should now remain on your head. Players should now be able to complete the Fruits of the Earth bundle for the Temple of Roots. And Tish should no longer cut off conversations abruptly. On to the top known issues. Friend and item requests may sometimes not appear. There's been an increase of huntable creatures getting stuck or glitching out. Some players are experiencing issues collecting hunting drops. Player expressions may get stuck when using emotes. Some players are having issues with the Prove Your Devotion quest, specifically planting trees. Issues with equipping tool skins from the premium store, however you can still do so through your collections menu in your inventory. And finally, some players may occasionally see an attempting to reconnect message in chat. And that about does it. This was a hefty one. Let me know what your favorite change was. Also, be sure to watch your favorite Twitch streamers before June 18th for drops, including a mushroom plushie. I don't seem to have mushroom left, so I'll be remodeling. But until next time, I'll see you around in Palia.